India has 420 million people, which is what they call the unorganized sector. Unorganized sector means anybody you see out in the street putting a piece of cloth on the floor and selling some carrots, or somebody going around with a rickshaw selling some apple or selling some clothing, whatever. This is called the unorganized sector. 1 kilogram of apple is 50 rupees. 2.5 day work to get 1 kilogram of apple. It's impossible. That's why 90% of these children, they're suffering from anemia, a lack of iron, zinc and vitamin C. And that you see from the blonde hair. When you see children with blonde hair, and I'm sure I can bring here 5 right now, that means that they're suffering from anemia. The root problem is education. Now we are educating children, but India has a middle class or well-to-do, wealthy people who are illiterate. That is the problem. And India is made of a middle class, it's an emerging middle class that they have made quick money, but they are illiterate. And from them down, that is unfortunately the standard. On the United Nations indicator, they show that India has reached 67% literacy. This is just for the indicator. This is just for getting the funding from World Bank, United Nations, UNICEF, whatever. If you go into a government school, so many children who finish the 5th grade and they don't know how to read the Hindi alphabet. They have a diploma of 5th grade, but they don't know the Hindi alphabet. So, to my speculation, the level of Indian education is hardly 20–25%. Means 75% of the population is illiterate. Why? Because most of the people in their state are illiterate. They don't know. They cannot watch TV because there's no TV, there's no electricity. They cannot read newspaper because they're illiterate. Unless that change, India will not change. .1 million children die in years every year. These are children below 5 years of age, which is 5,754 children per day die in India, which is 4 children every minute die. These are children below 5 years of age. And then you have a statistic of 25% of Indian girls, they don't reach the 15 years of age. They will not celebrate their 15th birthday. 25%. So that means there is no way out of this? But sure there is a way out of this, and this is Sandip Honeymoon School. Really what it is education. If you educate these children, if you give them a chance, then they become wonderful human beings. They really make a difference. And anyway, after all, I still believe that India is the best place to be. Why? Because there is tradition, there is virtue, there is integrity on the spiritual part of the journey. We have seen it. Here people, simple people, village people, that they believe that there is a God. No matter what you call it. In India they have 18 different languages and they have 300 million demigods. 300 million. So you might call it whatever you want. You might call it Krishna, Allah, Buddha, Shiva, Jain, whatever. But they all believe that there is one God. They all believe that we were here before and we will come back here. They all believe in in honoring the guests. They all believe in friendship. And they all are very simple and innocent people. Lots of people. I travel extensively for 4 months of the year to Europe and Asia and United States. I do most of the fundraising personally myself. I visit people in their home, foundation, Lions Club, organization, some of the ISKCON temples around the planet. I do a presentation and we raise funding. That is for our Food for Life activities. The school specifically, we have a sponsorship program. It costs us 50 rupees per day or €1 a day to adopt one of the child. And out of 850 children, we have about 700 sponsors. Otherwise, we would not be able. It's costing us 12 lakhs per month, which is 12 lakhs is 23,000 euro per month. That is the expense to run the two schools. And that could not be possible just by asking people for donations. So we have 8 or 10 charity registered in Australia, in Holland, in Germany, in France, in England, in Italy. And people, they sponsor the children, and on a monthly basis they give €1 per day per child. So with that money we actually maintain the two schools, otherwise it would be impossible. See, one of the problems we have, and I know it's a problem but I won't change it, is that our administrative cost is 5%. Out of every euro that people give us, 95 cents goes to the children. So I could do advertising, I could put a front page in the Time magazine, but then my administrative cost would be 75%. I could have more professional people in my offices. No, we want to keep the administrative cost to the minimum. We believe that your hard-earned money goes as much as possible to the recipient.